too much fun. This is so much fun it should be illegal.
How's it handling on that thing, huh?
It's awesome, right? Yeah, the pickup, the suspension, it's just spot on. Yeah.
Show me.
Hey everyone, Micah here with Electrek, and today I'm coming to you from sunny South Florida, where I am testing out the Arcimoto FUV and the new Roadster. These are three-wheeled electric vehicles, and we're gonna have some fun. Let's hit it. First off, big thanks to Glenn and Armando from Orlando's EV Transport for making the trip out to the coast so I could try my first two Arcimotos. Armando gave me the rundown on how to control these things, and Glenn trusted me enough to ride back seat with me part of the time. He's obviously not familiar with my usual test rides. First off, what the heck are these things? Alright, so they're three-wheeled electric vehicles, but they're technically not three-wheeled cars. They're actually motorcycle class vehicles, though with some special considerations, like that you don't have to wear a helmet in most places in the Arcimoto FUV since it's got that enclosed roll cage. The open-top Roadster though, no such luck there, unless you're in Florida here where helmets are not required, but I still wore this half helmet they gave me. Now the motorcycle class designation makes sense when you climb inside, where it's like an interesting mashup between a motorcycle and a car. The FUV, which stands for Fun Utility Vehicle, gives you car-style seats and even two opposing seatbelts, but then there's a motorcycle-style set of handlebars and a twist throttle. For braking, you've got an index finger trigger for the regenerative braking, and then there's also a foot pedal for the 3 hydraulic disc brakes. But to be honest, you almost don't even need the actual disc brakes, because the regen braking is so strong you can pretty much just use that. There's not a whole lot of features inside, it's decently Spartan in the vehicle, but the whole point of these things is the ride experience. I only spent half a day with them, so I don't know anything about how they hold up or what the long-term ownership experience is like. All I can really speak intelligently about is the ride, so let's get the specs out of the way so I can talk about that ride. Now both the FUV and the Roadster are quite powerful, with dual motors that offer up to nearly 80 horsepower. They're also faster than you might expect, with a top speed of 75 miles an hour, meaning they're not just for the city. And their 20 kilowatt-hour battery packs offer up to 100 miles of city range, though that drops pretty quickly when you're going fast, to the tune of between a third to two-thirds of that range at highway speeds. I did a combination of city and coastal highway riding on the A1A, and neither gave me any range anxiety. What they did give me was a whole hell of a lot of fun. The FUV is quite peppy, but the Roadster is where the real power is at. I even started the day getting used to them in a parking lot so I wasn't pushing too hard in the beginning, but even in enclosed spaces like this, they can rip. Once you get a bit of road to run out on, the fun just increases. These vehicles are also really attention-grabbing, which I won't lie is kinda part of the thrill of riding these types of rides. In what was perhaps the most Florida thing ever, while I was adjusting my cameras at a stoplight, this dude rolled up on a 50cc scooter with a Pepto-Bismol pink skateboarding helmet and a giant parrot on back to chat me up about the Arcimoto. How's it going?
How many cc's?
It's electric, no cc's. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. I know somebody that used that, something like that.
Yeah, it's funny, you never have to fill it up. I think it's like 18,000. I'm doing a test drive. It's not mine. Yeah. I'm not supposed to break it. Nice parrot. He just stays on there? That's pretty cool. Yeah? Wind in his feathers? Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, have a good one. Gotta love Florida. Now between the two, the suspension felt a bit nicer on the Roadster, and Glenn said it was tuned slightly differently, though maybe it's just that the seating position is different too, which gave me a bit of a sportier feel to the ride. I will say those Corbin seats are very nice on the tush. As sporty as it felt, it wasn't exactly the most nimble ride though. You definitely have to put a little muscle into the steering, but it will still respond. I cut through this random parking lot on my ride, and I happened upon a perfect line of cones to do some slalom testing. It's not the easiest vehicle to weave around, but it worked and I had a blast doing it. Oh my god, I feel like a kid. The only other thing that I felt, you know what, wait, hold up, can we go back a second? What is that parrot doing? It's just hanging out back there. It's not trying to fly away. It's not having an existential crisis about whether this is appropriate parrot behavior. This is just a normal Tuesday for this parrot. What is going on in this state, people? Alright, sorry, where was I? Right, so, the Arcimoto FUV and the Roadster. Both are hilariously fun. And the cool thing is, it's not just you having fun riding them. They seem to brighten everyone's day that you come across. Even the cops love them.
It's called an Arcimoto.
It's 100% electric.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
You got it pimped out with the rims and everything.
Yeah, man. Have a good day, guys.
The only real downside here to me is the price. The FUV will currently set you back $17,900, though that's largely due to the low volume production. The company just ramped up their factory space and is aiming to produce these things at an annual rate of 50,000 vehicles per year within the next 18 months or so. They've set a target price for $12,000 eventually, and that seems like a much easier sell to me than the current price. Don't get me wrong, if money was no object, then I'd have one of these in my garage already. That's how cool it is and how much I enjoyed riding them. But that's also kind of the problem. For now, they're largely limited to people for whom money is not an object. If Arcimoto can get the price down though, and the demand is there to follow, I can see these being some pretty awesome second cars to keep in the garage. Or, well, second not cars. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that first ride on the Arcimoto FUV and the Arcimoto Roadster. If you did, why don't you give this video a thumbs up? And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any of our future electric vehicle videos. We'll see you here next time.